Good morning, friends. It's been a while since we chatted, so we're going to chat. So, not a dumpster diving video. We might talk about dumpster diving, but I'm not going to dumpster dive in this video. So for those of you who think this is a dumpster diving channel and why do we care about what you have to say, Frugal Mommy, well, stop watching because it's not a dumpster diving video, which should be clear in the title. Just saying, disclaimer. Right now I want it to be you and me having breakfast together, catching up, supporting each other, chatting, and you know, being supportive and figuring out how to survive during the pandemic lockdowns that we're all going through. Obviously, if all you're going through is being stuck at home, consider yourself lucky. I consider myself lucky because obviously the real tragedies are, you know, the people who've died and their families. And obviously being stuck at home, it's a big impact if you're not able to earn a living. I mean, that's my big stress right now, is not really earning any money. And as a consequence, I've been eating a lot to comfort myself and have gained 6 pounds, which, you know, who cares? Big deal. But my clothes don't fit, but who cares? And also kind of ironic considering I'm also anxious about running out of food, but yet I'm eating more of it and gaining weight, so whatever. But we're going to make a super healthy smoothie now, and we're just going to sit down and catch up for just a couple of minutes, okay? It's going to be a weird smoothie. That's why I thought I'd make a video of it for you. So my weird smoothie become your weird smoothie. Okay, so we're going to use greens because greens are good for you. I know, they're a little droopy looking. These are carrot tops. I found carrots in the garden the other day. Obviously, they were planted about a year ago, and I never harvested them last fall, and they were there all winter, and the tops were looking all green and fabulous. I mean, who knew that carrots were, well, I don't know. I don't know if they're a perennial per se, but they survived the winter we didn't really have. So I pulled them up, and I got some carrots. I'm going to put the carrots in the smoothie, but I'm also going to put the carrot greens, because normally, you know, I've never been much on eating carrot greens, but apparently they're edible. It's food. These is tough times, and normally I just kind of threw them in the compost or gave them to the pet rabbit. We don't have the pet rabbit anymore. That's a sad story. But I'm going to put some of these into my smoothie with some of the carrots that we're growing for a full year, because I know nobody else in the house wants to eat this stuff, but I will. And yes, I already washed them. Oh, that's going to be good. And a carrot nub from said carrots. The carrots were all different colors. Some were orange, some were kind of purple, some were this kind of white color. You know, it's supposed to be this way. It's a fancy carrot. What did I say? I don't know. Carrot in. My liquid, could be juice, could be water. I'm going to use almond milk. Okay. Ice and some chunks of frozen dumpster banana. I've done this before. I mean, I know it's consumable. It will have kind of a carrot-ish flavor and not really in a great way, but it's okay. Add the sweetener of your choice or no sweetener at all. I use Splenda. As you all know, my favorite smoothie is peanut butter banana, but today I'm going to use some dumpster found almond butter. We have peanut butter, the kind I like, the all-natural kind that doesn't have any sugar added. We're running a little low on that, and I want to save that for the kids. Okay, so I'm trying to use the food resources that nobody else in the house really wants right now. Get a nice dollop of almond butter. Bloop. I'm also going to add just a little bit of this raw shelled hemp seed. A serving, which is 3 tablespoons, which I'm not going to use that much of, provides 10 grams of protein. So a little bit of hemp for a little extra protein. Screw on the top. Blend her right up. There we go. Doesn't it look delightful? Get a big old straw. Different, but not intolerable. Okay. Now we're over here at the kitchen table. How are we all surviving? Are we all surviving? It is stressful, isn't it? Pandemics are stressful. My biggest worries are financial, really, about being able to continue to support the household. So the frugality's jumped up into overdrive yet again. Whenever you think you're about as frugal as you can get, something happens And you say to yourself, hey, I enjoy bathing in ice cold water once a week, and, you know, nothing in between. That'll save us some money. Now, I'm really lucky. I'm super lucky in all of this because I have kids, and they keep you going. You have to keep going for kids. You can't just, you know, sometimes I do just want to curl up and never uncurl. But you got to keep yourself going for the kids, keep their spirits up, keep your spirits up. And I'm actually really, really enjoying them being home from school and doing the whole homeschooling thing. I mean, it's hard, but I like that I can give them individual attention, which, you know, even though they go to a great school and they have a beautiful, wonderful teacher, and they have a lot of good teachers. I mean, they're music, art, everything, Spanish, they're all great. But even in a small school, the teachers don't have the time to give every kid like a ton of individual attention like you do when you're home, just you with your kids. So, you know, I'm loving it, actually, loving having them home. And like I said, we're so lucky that we have a yard to run around in. I mean, this is what I keep telling the kids. I don't know if I told you guys this, but we have a yard. We can still go out for walks. I mean, there's a lot of things, obviously, we can't do, but we're very lucky that we do have a yard to run around, even though it's a dreary day today. So, more smoothie. Got to drink it when it's cold because it doesn't get better with time. Carrot green nutrition. So one thing we've been doing, well, we've been playing lots of games, and I've mentioned having 6 people in the household right now, and some people are all like, who are you talking about? Because, you know, of course, there's my husband, Frugal Gunther, and I, the twins, Autumn and Eve, you know those, the Frugal babies. Then I have my older girl. Some people think they've seen my older girl in a video. That was not her at Thanksgiving. That was my niece, a lovely girl. She's not with us. But my older daughter is here with her boyfriend. So we have 6 people. The big kids and Frugal Daddy and I have been playing, what is this game? Taboo. And having a lot of fun. Of course, we've been playing a lot of games with the little kids too. And so anyway, Taboo is a super fun game that we've been enjoying. And the little girls want to play with us, but they aren't necessarily both at the level of, you know, being able to read the cards quickly and necessarily know all the concepts, like saddle shoes. They can read the words, saddle shoes. They don't know what saddle shoes are. So I want them to be able to play with us, though. So I'm making cards. We have card stock that I'm sure we found in the dumpster, and I'm going to cut it up to the correct size. And I'm going to make a series, of Taboo cards for the little girls so they can play with us. And when it's their turn, they'll go to the special little girl cards. And you know the game Taboo, there's a word at the top that you need to get your teammates to say, but you can't say any of the taboo words listed on the card. And there's 5 taboo words. I think for the little girls, I might just have 3 taboo words. I want them to feel included. It's not good to play a game and have your little ones not be able to play. Who took my pen? Where's my pen? Hold on. Frugal Daddy walked away with my favorite pen. Some things are inexcusable. I like the way it rolls. For example. The dog is trying to get in the back door. So, for example, for a kid's taboo card, I know somebody's going to tell me, you know, you can buy kids taboo cards. Whatever. I'm making them. Dog. D-O-G. Dog. I know it's flipped for you, but that's dog. And the words, let's just stick with 3 that they can't say. Well, obviously, this is very customized to our family. So, you can't say Flash or Dharma, which are the names of our dogs. And you can't say, for example, cat. So you can't say, I'm a cat, not a... By the way, thank you, Kate. The earrings came. We finally picked up the package from the post office. Thank you so much. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, a beautiful, wonderful, creative viewer sent me some earrings she made, and the package was at the post office, and we needed to go pick it up, and then all this pandemic stuff took place, but we finally went and got them, and I love them, and they're so creative, and thank you so much. That's very sweet of you. Okay. In terms of dumpster diving, a lot of the dumpster videos you're seeing from us right now were filmed quite a while ago. I haven't been dumpster diving. I don't know. It feels like a long time since I've been in a dumpster, and it It's sad. It gets me down. I think I'd perk up a little bit if I could spend some time in a dumpster. Back when they were saying you were allowed to go out for food, I felt that we were allowed to go to dumpsters because in dumpster diving, we're not encountering other people. I'm not giving my germs to them. They're not giving their germs to me. I'm just encountering the run-of-the-mill usual germs we find in a dumpster, plus any coronavirus germs that might have been coughed on the food before it was thrown away. But that's the same as going into the grocery store. I mean, anything you bring into your house right now, you have to be super extra careful about hygiene. If you go to the grocery store or Walmart or Aldi or wherever and just buy groceries, don't think that, you know, everything's clean and zippity scoopity. So, but, thanks, Frugal Daddy. But then when they said try to limit your visits to the grocery store as much as possible, well, that's when I started limiting my trips to the dumpster as much as possible. So I haven't gone lately. Frugal Daddy has gone a few times because he's kind of the one person in the family. He goes out there. He goes out there into the world. Like, for example, he'll go to Walmart to pick up medication. And while he's out, he might do some dumpster diving on the way home. I'm telling you, it's more dangerous to be in the stores than to be in the dumpsters in terms of encountering diseases. I'm just saying. But I really would like to get back into a dumpster soon. I'm thinking later today I might be able to get him to sit down with me to do a dumpster diving frequently asked questions type video, which we've done before, and I don't know that we have anything new to say. I really hate repeating any kind of video because a lot of other YouTubers do that. I mean, people run out of stuff to do, right? So, oh, just make your 500th glitter slime video. I don't like to do that. But we do have lots of new subscribers who maybe haven't gone back to watch our dumpster diving frequently asked questions videos. Carrot, smoothie, burp, excuse me. So we might do that again just to catch everybody up. I mean, we have over 600 videos, so I don't really know why, you know. Nobody should be bored. Everybody should just be watching our old catalog of videos. You'll learn everything about us you ever needed to know. I'm sorry that I'm not being as quickly responsive as I'd like to be with emails and responding to comments. I really have not been responding to comments very much lately for a couple of reasons. One, I'm busy with the schooling of the kids, and, you know, when I have a moment to breathe while I have to fanatically play Zuma on the computer. Zuma. I know, it's a game from way back where you shoot little balls at other little balls. It's fun. It distracts me. It makes me happy. But I haven't really been responding to comments that much. I'm sorry about that. The negative comments, you know, they really get to me. I mean, I know I've said I don't care what other people think, and I don't in terms of I'm not going to change my behavior based on negative feedback, but it still hurts my feelings when I get negative comments, and especially, you know, oh my gosh, I feel so misunderstood. Poor Frugal Mommy. So yeah, I haven't been dumpster diving in a while, and yeah, it's a bummer, but life could be worse, you know. It's okay to be just a little bit inconvenienced right now. There has to be a silver lining, right? There has to be a positive to every situation in some way to go through this. And I think Governor Cuomo put it very beautifully yesterday. I don't know if you guys are a big fan of Governor Andrew Cuomo from the state of New York. I am. I love him. Love him. Love him. Such a natural leader. Anyway, he was talking about being at home with his adult daughters and how being home with them has really given him the time and opportunity to reconnect with them and not just have superficial interactions like, hey, everything okay? What do you need? Where you going? Okay, see you again soon. Like we often do with our adult children because they're busy having their lives. But he has time to really sit down with them and have long conversations with them and reconnect. And I think that's something, if you are home sequestered with family, it's a great time to get reacquainted and, you know, get off the video games. Stop playing Zuma all the time. Like, connect with your family and play games or just read books you haven't been able to do in a long time. Reevaluate what's important. Oh, paint your living room. That's what we're going to do. We're going to paint our living room. We have the paint. With the last few dollars I had to spend, we bought some paint. And we're going to paint the living room. It's going to be the same color. You're not going to really notice a difference other than the walls might look a little cleaner. I think this type of situation where we're forced to take a step Oh, I keep burping up smoothie. Excuse me. This type of situation where we're forced to take a step back from society, it gives us the chance, like, to have a break and to reevaluate what's important and how we want to live our lives and what we want our homes to be like and how we want to live when we come out on the other side of this. Once hopefully there is a vaccine and things are getting back to normal. They say there's going to be a new normal. I mean, are we going to live in a world where nobody shakes hands anymore? I don't know. Would that be a bad thing? I don't know. I'm thinking about doing another dance party video, which is really like, honestly, it's like a public service. You know, what won't I do to humiliate myself to cheer up and entertain the masses? But also, I really need the exercise. One of the ways to make myself do the exercise is to think, okay, I'm going to make the video. Now, I don't make any money from that kind of video. This is my job now. I mean, I really am all about just trying to make money and survive on YouTube. I won't make money on that because the music's all copyrighted, so you can't monetize that kind of video, but I'll do it anyway, probably for you guys, probably. I'm thinking today's playlist is going to be more like a oldies kind of a sitch, like a 60s, early 70s. I think I have a 1950s Elvis song thrown in there. Reminds me of happier times. I know it can be irritating when people reminisce about the 50s and 60s and say like, oh, those were good times. I know they had their problems. I mean, I know. We had some pretty serious issues in our country in those decades, with the racism and the civil rights movement and feminism to an extent and the Vietnam War and all that. But for me personally, having been born in 1964, I mean, the 60s, 70s, those were good times. I had a good childhood. I didn't know what was going on. Like, I didn't know. I know, my pants are tight. My muffin top is all that. You don't need to comment on it. It's just having fun and dancing, people. Okay, enough of that. That was boring. Let's go do some house cleaning chores. Yeah, clean with me. There are a lot of days where, I don't know, the mental exhaustion gets to you, you know, and, but on the days you're motivated, you got to make the most of it. And I feel motivated today. And I can't stand having a messy house. It's pretty much messy all the time. I can't stand it. The kids think today is a relaxing day. It's a weekend as I'm filming this. I say, that's a cute idea. But it's also clean the whole house, put the laundry away day, catch up on the school assignments that we might have not gotten done, do some extra reading. Hey, dance around, get some exercise. There's a lot to do today. They just want to lay around and do nothing. Hello, sweetie. Oh, yeah. Look, Basil, here's a new little kitty perch bed for you in the window. Look at that. Don't you love it there? Here, let me move the plant closer so you feel like you're in the jungle, because you're a jungle cat. Let's see if he settles in, folks. Oh, God, yes. He loves it. We should spray it with some of that cat hormone spray we pulled out of the pet store dumpster, because they actually like that. Look, he loves his new bed. Oh, look at you being cute. Oh, work it for the camera, baby. Oh, yes, give me that pout. Give me that. Make love to the camera. Oh, yeah. Yes. What are you doing there, Frugal Daddy? What the heck is that?
It's one of those...
we pulled that out of a dumpster. I remember getting that.
Yeah, we have two of them.
Ooh, hold it up under your chin like that. It's very Halloween-y.
I just hardwired it.
Oh, my God. You know what it's like? No, turn it towards me, but hold it in your hand. It's like a Star Wars lightsaber sword. Now pretend you're going to cut Autumn's head off, but don't really cut her head off. Swing it at her, and then she'll pretend to fall down and die without a head. Boom. That's... okay. Well, okay. Hey, that's me in the mirror. All right, folks, here's another little project I'm working on today. This is a tablecloth. This is one of those retro 1950s style souvenir of the various states type tablecloth. And this is Alaska, and I've had it for a while, and I love it. And the thing is Frugal Mommy's a little bit prone to spilling things. So we have this stain on the tablecloth. We have a few stained spots, and this has been washed a zillion times, and it's just not coming out. So that's what we're working on today. I have a plan. Stick with me, people. Bear with me. I know, I already know. You all know far better than I how to remove stains like this. And when you see what I do, you're all going to be saying, oh, God almighty, why does she do these stupid things? At least Google it first before you make stuff up, Frugal Mommy. No, where would the fun in that be? I gotta be me. I gotta do my thing. Okay, so Back in the day when I used to get stains like this on white and I couldn't just bleach the whole thing because it would mess up all the other colors, I would use Soft and Scrub with bleach, which is a cleaning product in America that's kind of a thick, gritty cleaning fluid, but quite thick, and it had some bleach in it. You use it for scrubbing sinks and bathtubs. And because it was thick, it wouldn't absorb throughout the entire fabric. Like if I just splashed bleach all over this, like I'd kind of like to, it would absorb into, oh, the cats are going crazy. It would absorb into other areas of the fabric. You know, if I just tried to put bleach right on that spot, it would absorb all over. So it really actually worked really, really well to use the Soft and Scrub with bleach because it would keep the bleaching on that one spot. So I don't have any Soft and Scrub with bleach right now. So what I'm going to try to do is make a paste with baking soda and a little bleach to see if I can just apply that right to the stained area, and hopefully the paste will hold the bleach in place long enough to get rid of the stain but not eat through the fabric. Okay, that's what we're doing. So here's my little bowl. It has an owl face in it. It's very important you use an owl face bowl. We'll put in some baking soda. I was out of bleach, so I went down into the basement and found this like grubby old bottle of half bleach, which I was glad we had. It's lemon scented too. Just put a little bleach in because we want it to be thick. Stir it together and make a paste. But hey, don't brush your teeth with this. If we totally screw up, yep, you're in this with me. If we totally screw up and ruin this tablecloth, it is what it is. I mean, I feel like I can't make it that much worse because it's already kind of at the point of not being something I want to use a whole lot because it doesn't make me happy when I see it on the kitchen table with its big ugly stain on it. It just reminds me of what a spiller I am. Let's try to put a little bit on. Oh, that is pretty thick. Okay, good. So the bleachiness shouldn't go anywhere where we don't want it to. One time, I was wearing my very favorite shirt. You've all seen it. It's from Oxford University in England. A friend of mine was doing her master's at Oxford when we were in our 20s, so that was a long time ago. And she got me this Oxford rowing shirt, so it has all the oars on it with the different college emblems on the oars. That shirt is like a sacred cow to me. So obviously it's not something you can bleach because, you know, it's white with all sorts of colors on it. And so one time I went out to get a pizza and I arrived home and parked the car. I was at my parents'. I lived with my parents in my early 20s like a good little girl should. And so I put the pizza, I don't know why. As I was unloading the car, I took the big pizza box out and put it on the roof of the car. And then I was leaning into the car to get more things out. And the pizza box started to slide off of the car. So in a great panic, I tried to catch it, and the pizza fell out of the box and I kind of caught the pizza in my arms against my chest as it slid down my sacred shirt. So I had these pizza sauce stains all over that shirt. And I used my Soft and Scrub method of getting bleach on just right where you want to address the stains, and it worked beautifully. That's my cat knocking over bottles of nail polish. The cats love to be in this bathroom sink. See, he sees me here and he's thinking, oh, we're doing sink things. It's sink fun. Pumpkin, who's the orange kitten, the largest of the kittens, loves to just sit in this sink. Just like lounges here. Now I feel like this might be too thick. I mean, it doesn't look that thick in there, but once I put it on, it's definitely thick. You know how sometimes you put bleach on things, you bleach things, and the white comes out a different white, you know, because this is probably kind of an off-white, and the bleached area might come out even whiter than it's supposed to. While I'm here in the bathroom, I'll show you the other fabulously fun and frugal thing I've been doing lately. I've been taking dryer lint. We don't use the dryer that much because we try to hang our things to dry, but some things, you know, the bigger things that are harder to hang, particularly in winter when you're using a clothing rack, those I run through the dryer. And so we have dryer lint, and we take it and we just shove it inside our empty toilet paper roll, and then this becomes a fire starter because supposedly dryer lint is just so dangerously flammable. So if we are cooking outside, or, you know, I don't mean like on a grill because it's not really fire, but if we're making a fire is what I'm saying. So I've been making these little fire starter type things. I know, what a fun and attractive thing to have sitting around your house. Survival skills, people. We're working on our survival skills. Okay, guys, here's a little update before I put it in the laundry machine. So I was rinsing it out in the bathtub, and it did what we thought it might do. It bleached really nicely. Like you can see where it's super white now and it's taking care of the stain. But now the general off-white color that was the clean part of the tablecloth looks brown and not attractive. So that's kind of weird. So now we're readjusting our plan, you know? Assess and adjust. So now I'm going to put some hot water in the tub, a little bit of bleach, and I'm going to let the whole thing just soak in a little bit of bleach. And I'm hoping that all the white background will basically be the same bright white. And then I'm now anticipating that some of the blue and red design will be faded a little bit, but I'm okay with that because I just want the thing to look freaking clean at this point. Or maybe it doesn't matter because it's just a tablecloth on my kitchen table. Like, why are we getting so worked up about it, people? But that's my next step. So the bleaching did really, really work in its paste with the baking soda, but you just want to make sure when you're doing such a fabulous thing that you're doing it on fabric that is like super white to begin with, because it's going to make that part of the fabric super white. Right? Alrighty, here's the tablecloth. We're going to give it a quick little iron. It's soaked in the tub in hot water for a little bit of time, not too much, with a little bit of bleach. And then I rinsed it and I ran it through the machine. And now I'm ironing it, and I'll show you in a sec when I put it on the kitchen table. What I'm going to say basically is it's not perfect, not by any means, but it is a lot better. The biggest, worst, most egregious stains seem to have been taken care of. There's some other little spots here and there, but it's greatly improved. So my bleach and baking soda paste method wasn't that fabulous for this particular item because of, you know, how white it became in some areas and how off-white it stayed in other areas, but now it's basically pretty white all over the place. So I stick by my bleach and baking soda method in general. I stick by that. But in this case, in the end, it just seemed to work better to just let the whole thing spend a little bit of time in some diluted bleach. So that's where we are with that. Maybe I need to go get some soft and scrub with bleach for the other little spots here and there. So, greatly improved on the table. Let's take a close-up look. Here was that main area we were working on. Remember St. Lawrence and the little canoe, Bering Strait, all that. So, it looks a lot better. It's much whiter. The major stains are pretty much gone. I've got little ones here and there that I could probably tend to. Gonna have to get a coupon for some soft and scrub with bleach because I think that's just easier than my method, but there's like a spot I need to tend to. But overall, I'm very pleased because I think it is a lot better. Go Alaska! Woo! Thank you, Frugal Mommy, for my new bed. Thank you for forcing me to come over here and try it. I love it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Meow, 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 meow.